So really quickly, I want to get into the Buddhist temple here in Visalia. The Buddhist temple here in Visalia is a satanic cult. It is connected to the satanic occult. I'm going to tell you how you can go and find this out yourself. The seventh seal, every other seal is broken. Like chosen children of Israel are starting to wake up because the seals have all been broken. As more of us wake up, we start to wake each other up. And the seventh seal is being held by the mermaids, if you haven't heard this. And I heard this, and I just didn't understand what it meant, and then I also saw some other lore on mermaids and this lotus flower. And so when I was kind of going to churches and trying to find out, like, what do the churches know about these occults? I've been in church my whole life, and then I thought maybe I need to go to the Buddhist temple. And God was really on me, not God, but whatever you want to call it. I can say God, but I know I'm talking about. It was really on me, like, go to this place, go to this place, go to this place. And so, like, okay, I'll go. And I started to ask questions. And then everybody else started to ask questions. And one of the questions the lady asked, she said, what does that mean? Because there's this beautiful temple. And then there's this, like, it's about, I mean, pretty big. And it's black with a gold frame. And it has, like, Chinese, like, runes and symbols. And the lady said, what does that mean? And she was like, oh, she was kind of wringing her hands. The guy in the front was like, he's getting real mad. And they tried to twist my words. And, like, many times, it was weird, they were trying to twist my words, and I was like, no. When I say child sacrifice, I do mean child sacrifice. I'm not saying, like, oh, when we say that, it means, she was like, well, when we say people are doing that, we don't mean to actually say that they're doing that, but that, they're like, they're not, and I was like, no, there's no way to twist that around. I would not just say that. That's very serious, and it's really going on. And the guy was getting mad, and she started to get nervous, and the lady started asking, what does that mean? And I started looking, I thought, oh, she goes, oh, is that Buddha? Like, how is it that I can go into a Buddhist temple and question them and stump them? That makes no sense to me. I should not be able to do that. I should not know more about Buddhist religion and symbolism than these people in this Buddhist temple. That doesn't make any sense unless they're not really Buddhist. And they said they were Dharma. They're not Dharma because Dharma is, I vow, it's unattainable, I vow to attain it. When they said, no way, only Buddha. No one else, only Buddha. And I said, but that's not true because I'm seeing it happen. Like, I've seen people that can, like, move wind and do I've seen it. And then they just said, oh, well, we want you to come dance with us. We're dancing for the ancestors. I'm like, we like dancing with the dead. But, and that's a whole other thing with them being able to connect so quickly with my phone calls and my text messages. So I got up and I went to the front of the Buddhist temple and I looked behind this giant frame, and lo and behold, what is behind it but a giant lotus flower. Why would you cover that up? That makes no sense to cover up unless you're doing black magic and you're binding something in the people that go in there. And that's what's happening. And that is black magic. So if you want to see for yourself, go into the Buddhist temple in Visalia and look at how they're covering the seventh seal, lotus flower, being held by the mermaids, which she was trying to say that they were Buddhas and they had scales, and were obviously, holding something. They're holding something like this, and they're quite proud of it. But there's just a frame in front of what they're holding, but behind it you can look and see that it's this beautiful lotus flower, and it's in the Buddhist temple. And the gold, it's like they took a temple in pieces and put it together inside of a sanctuary, like a church sanctuary. So you walk in, it's like a Buddhist temple or whatever. And then I asked them, well, why aren't you allowed to use flowers with thorns? And they could not give me a solid explanation, except for that one lady said that so that when the dead come back to visit, they don't snag their kimonos on them. And then she just laughed. And I was like, wow. Well, that doesn't really answer the question. But in any case, my questions were answered because I wanted to know if this was a genuine Buddhist temple or was it part of this Astrum Argentum occult that all the other churches are involved in. And they have to get involved whether they like it or not because that's what's going on. And they definitely are. They just are. And it's sad. But these people are evil. Very evil. I mean, they practice an extremely old religion. Very old religion where their human sacrifice is just part of it. And they brainwash people to think that it's actually an honor to be sacrificed. And they'll raise you to think that you're you know, doing something honorable. They brainwash them to thinking that. So, if you're in Visalia in the area, I would encourage you to go check that out, the Buddhist temple, because it is satanic. And then I was like telling a friend, you know, just thanks for like, because I was dancing and singing at the time. I said, just thanks for like always encouraging me, and you know, not a lot of people encourage me with my dancing, and if that hadn't happened, I, you know, this and that. So I was just saying thank you. And like it was that evening, I think the leader of that Buddhist temple was a male though. And he had called me and asked if I would, and we went back and forth about this Christ consciousness thing forever. And then at the end when I said, well, that seems awfully grim. If no one could do that but Buddha, then we're supposed to look up to this person. That's awfully grim. He said, well, anyways, we just want to know if you'd come dance with us, because we're going to be doing a dancing thing. We're going to start doing this dancing, and we're going to dance for our ancestors. We would like for you to come. And I'm like, wow. That was really fast. Like I said something about dancing, boom, they come and ask me to dance, because this is like fast. And this is not the only one. We've noticed this several times. So check it out, Buddhist temple in Visalia, straight up, covering the lotus flower, covering the seventh seal, trying to bind your third eye, and not just your third eye, but your crown chakra, which is, I mean, anybody can open their third eye. You know that, right? Like, everybody's like, oh, my third eye. That's like, anybody can open their third eye. It's your crown chakra. That's important, okay? Because you can only get there with love, compassion,